Alright, hopefully this thing's working. Should have halfway all this set up. I'm trying to get the blue game going in the background for you guys. You wasted my time and removed my old sub and box and now put new one in. Did the new one not fit or something? Or so I'm gonna have to pull up my phone as a monitor out there as I get out there, so let's have a look at what we're up to here, because this is gonna be kinda stupid sound. If this works is anybody's guess. Come this way. Come on. I'm gonna have to do shit out there if you wanna come out. So I don't know what truck to. It's hot as fuck. Oh, you put the smoke out together in the jam room? Yes.
I think it's done.
Okay. Is it gonna explode?
Yeah, probably.
Lit.
You need to clean some of it.
Had to clean it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? You wanna see? These cameras and mics are live. I'd have to stick them to a piece of granite so they can. Put it. Built in the fucking jam room. Okay. I guess it's easy to get it out of the doorway. Okay. So. I dropped these in the fucking wrong thing. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
For sure.
Do you have to clean that? You know what the smoker does, right? It should be fine. You can burn it. You can even flip it upside down and burn it on that side if you want. It looks like you can flip it around. Almost maybe that would be the way to have it, so. I'm not sure how this thing's supposed to operate.
So you're able to take that part off, put the pin and drop down and barbecue.
Oh, it drops down like that. Oh, I got it. So you can work like a normal ass barbecue. Sounds good as that RTFM. Read the fucking manual.
Yeah.
The cardboard should be fine, I'll be honest with you. 'Cause I'd be worried about, like, I mean, you can keep scraping off, but you're going to scrape the enamel off too, so I might just leave it on there. It's kind of weird that the smoker has an enameled tray in them. I don't know. Is that how they know that? I would ask James. James would know. It's badass, though. The little wings on it are pretty strong. Or not as much. Oh, God.
No.
So they drop down.
Oh God. Yeah, I did.
Hmm?
Yeah, I didn't do that right.
Is it stuck in on itself? Okay. And so we're dropping. Oh, God. Jesus fuck. Okay. Both on the inside. That gives me power line.
Got the bend by in place.
You bent it out?
I bent it in place.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna argue about that. Are you want to carry this outside, or what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm not cooking.
Okay. So it's not really a priority. So you got meat defrosting. Okay. I can get the scraping out. So what I'm gonna be up to, with any luck, if this goes right. I was trying to find another T-post that I could use as a strap. I'm gonna try and chain that to that other post over there. I wanted to put a T-post right here that I can tie this to out the way, measure it, figure out how big a piece to cut from there, and then I need to run all of the extension cords back around here. Can get the wall up here. I can start scooching everything around so I can get the trash and get that. I have to clean out that back corner and my table so I can stand on the table and get to the window. So I tried to figure out how to get back there with just not that, and there's no fucking way. It would be like off the line. So I have to get all the garbage back in the spot. Yeah, I'm gonna be here, so I'm just letting you know I'm not going. Well, it does face the other way. Aha. And I might have gotten called out to go do something else. But let me see. Nothing else I get an idea with that. Oh, Camel sucks. Bad. Did you actually stick? I think that's a tree. There we go. That's a fun angle. Trying to keep these guys in spots.
Mic on.
Hey Bong, let me know if you're in actual chat. And if you are, I can get in so you can. I just want to check this real quick. I'll be in tech support. I think the cameras, the colors are good. That camera outside is super fuzzy. So I'm gonna check that out. I activated audio on both cameras. So hopefully when I'm out there you guys can hear me a little bit better. There's no guarantee though. I lost my earbuds. The ones I used to have that were connected. And so now that I don't have those, I can't talk like directly to the camera like I had done before, which was extremely unfortunate. Um, oh, there's Ethan. He's out there. Hang on, let me go get him.
Mic off.
The other one I'm not too sure about, but these are the only real two shady spots that were here. And otherwise, yeah. Okay. I don't know that I hear audio. Also, do you have any? I know there's one that we kept throwing around all through here. I'm probably around here. Hoping to have another. So I'm not too close, but I can. What's up, Patrick? Thank you in the chat. Thank you for hanging out. I love your like a blunt Sasquatch. You should hear my voice as I'm moving both.
Mic on.
What's up, Hatchet? How's it going? Hope you're having a good one. You guys are barbecuing and you're fishing. It is awesome. Sounds like a good time to me, man. Let's go to OBS sources. Source visibility state. Webcam state. So that way you can toggle back and forth between those. So that way you can turn the webcam right here in the shop on and off, or in the studio on and off. What the hell's my name? Thank you guys all for tuning in, for hanging out. There's a Bloop game running in the background if you guys want to play Bloop while hanging out. I keep getting bitten by fucking ants. Burgers, brats, armadillo eggs. What the fuck is an armadillo egg? Armadillos are mammals. Brats, pulled pork chicken, and alcohol smoothie. Nice. That sounds freaking magical. And let me get this all signed in here. So the plan is to take this piece of metal. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, I don't have the mouse overlaid on top of this. Anyways, the idea is to take that piece of metal that was a wall. There's like vertical frames. You can see them laying kind of down to the side right there. And we're going to pick that up and tie it up just off to the side a little bit. Just so I can be able to get stuff out of the way. And eventually we're going to turn that into a whole wall. It was a wall, and then my brother took the paneling off it, and it collapsed further. But we're going to tie it up back again. James has some different paneling for me to use. And I'm trying to, if I can get enough cash to go in on the auction, I'm definitely going to do that. And try and get some more sheet metal. So that's sort of the plan that's happening now. I need to get this window pulled out, but as you can see, the window on camera 1, there's a window on the house. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's like just underneath me. It's all straight up crotch shot. I'm sorry, guys. That window I have to get out of that frame right there, so I've got to get the whole outside frame and everything peeled up off of it, and then unscrewed and pulled out. But part of it is I have to get the path cleared to get there. So that's sort of the objective. That's what we're up to right now. I've only got a couple hours left of sunshine, and I've only had my nephew for a very short time. And realistically, I'm probably gonna have to do. We'll see how this whole thing goes. I also programmed a bunch of different camera commands in here. Try that again. There we go. It weirds me out not being able to hear anything that's happening. So I got my metal gloves that came inside for to get that. I also wanted to kind of check on chat and see how you guys are doing, see how this looks. And it's mostly weeds and stuff like that, but that's how this whole operation kind of goes. Again, the primary goal is to get as much of this junk scooched and moved as possible, and to try and get it so I can get a wall and a finished roof piece on it. Really, if I can get that wall vertical so I can measure in between it, I can figure out how long I need that horizontal piece to be able to hold it in position. And then I can go cut it with the angle grinder, and I'll have the wall up and steady where it should be at. So that's the long and short of it. That's what we're up to for the next couple of hours at least. I got called in to go over and have to price how much a fence would be. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out how much I can get material, because if I get the material at a reasonable price, the rest of it will not be an issue. But it's just getting the actual material. So I won't know that until the 20th. So I guess it's really not an immediate problem. I just need to sit down and talk to them really and just kind of let them know what's going on. Alright, so let me go ahead and get back out there. It's a little bit more turned to the right than I wanted to. Like, you'll be able to see what anyone gets a drop on me to attack me, but that's about it. Right, here I go.
Mic off.
Either fuck all one size fits all gloves. This is horseshit. Tiny. Really, grab it too close right here. Oh yeah. Oh, got my car. So we got camera 2 way over there. I guess we'll do this. It's stuck to the gravel. Granite. You got that?
No.
We kind of scoot this around back. Me? Try to walk towards me. I don't want to get this up on here and then I can climb up. This. That's what I thought. Got it? Good. Ah, headbolt for the 280. Got that. Huh? Yeah. Go put the fucking shoes on. Get the fuck out of here and get the real shoes. Come on,
I don't
man.
need real shoes.
You do need real shoes. Jesus fucking tetanus for about 2 minutes. Go on, I got
I eat tetanus for breakfast.
you do eat tetanus. Proud of you. I'm proud.
Put some shoes
Put
on.
some
You're gonna
fucking
get
shoes
tetanus.
on, Nick. Put real fucking shoes on if you're coming out here. You said you're not doing shit today, so I didn't expect you to do that. Okay? Put some real shoes on. Start with that. No shit, it's uncomfortable. All right. So, I don't know. Really? Well, hold it long enough. Probably. No?
Hey, on.
Oh. I think that's the fucking monitor. The camera there.
camera right there.
Move everything to figure out where square is, and move that wall where that. If you can do the biggest fucking favor and roll it in and out, you can finally get fucking people and do them. Like, go out to the ground fucking guys on the spare one, it needs to be a bit more, it has to be, like, I don't know, maybe spare, get one, use that, like, tie that on now, that'd be really, and here's that, I'm getting the bathroom right now. Four. Look, that gives you the equal, like, and I don't know how big normal garage door. Good?
Yeah.
Where your face? You alright?
Yeah.
Okay. I got this roughly. Yeah. Somewhere the eagle flight over here. So, Boogie, get back in the goddamn yard! You jackass! Come on! All the way.
What I was planning on doing work tomorrow. Why do you want to do tomorrow's the next day off? So I was planning on doing that. I actually thought we were doing all this tomorrow. It's why I said I'm not doing it. Well, tomorrow. Yeah.
What?
The eyes of Gan are everywhere.
Grab that drive. Might need to scoot that sheet. Good. Well, all right. Well,
You want to do it? I'm not. We had we threw that to the pool up there. No, the other way.
Like that. Exactly.
yeah. You might need help. Pick it up.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, I want to fucking
Set the gloves. Set there's gloves.
Sweet. Fucking hot. I'm white.
He's white as the rest of the earth, jackass.
What?
Like you mean it.
You're not in sync with me.
Have you considered 9 sync with me?
Yeah.
You're
Right.
way too fast.
Right. Drive.
Is it?
Why not?
No.
A little bit more. One more notch. Come on. Grab a couple more, guys. Barely. Half inch. Good! Alright, I'll pop it up. Like you mean it. That's the fun part. You grab it and throw it on the ground. There you go. They're going to throw it at my ground and I'll Don't break it! Don't break that!
You did say just throw it, so I guess it didn't matter.
Good?
Yeah. Sure.
Line this up along the street. Nick. This is smash it, don't break it to pieces. Have fun.
I don't want to break it.
Break
I
it.
want to break it.
Alright, then go help your brother.
Fuck you.
Hey, do you want to throw a sledgehammer head into it?
Hell yeah.
Here. Go do another dump. Throw it. Bring it back. This is a good sledgehammer head. It's fun. You want gloves, Nick?
If I can get a good grip on it, I will. There we go.
We should get to the end. Now, where's my drill? Close into the mix. Alright, this morning. Are you okay? The nephews are. I wish I had a camera close up there to watch what they're doing. I'm not doing anything. Why not? Try harder. Make distraction. Have fun. All right.
I forgot the head.
Can you guys get us a trash bag or a trash thing?
Huh?
Like a trash bin or a trash bag or something? You know, I mean, it's something we can make into a bin. Like,
Would a milk crate work?
um, yeah, for some of this stuff, yeah. Whatever works best if you just start grabbing things that look like obvious trash. I know everything's like obvious trash, but like trash bins, broken containers, just like turning things here, just little odds and
Throw everything away. I'll throw you away.
mind your password. I realize you just
Oh, everything away.
got everything right.
Everything garbage.
Good.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You're not thinking of safety first. Where's the glove?
At this point, this is an OSHA hospital. This whole fucking panel is rotted. Fucking rotted. Every fucking screw. Holy shit. These wood panels are for sure.
Did you get the trash bag?
Huh?
Yeah, there's a trash bag, I think, right on top of this grinder right here. Yeah, this whole panel's completely rotted.
It's like $8 right there. 40 $40.
These texture panels. These ones are probably too big. It looks like there's only one in this whole piece here. It's right where the fucking water's coming out. So, what's up, my guy? Is it IRL, sir? Yes, it is. Interesting. Why is it reading? Speaker volume not reading. Let me go fix this. Go fix the fucking
What a fight! What a fight! I think it was a blade.
What's up?
I try to be cool. I was like,
Cool with this.
yeah, I look like a Star Wars kid.
Alright. Got an enemy kid?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me! I got the power of God and enemy on my side. Why is blocking?
It took us all out of that. I guess all this guy's trying to scoot as close to that dumpster so we can get it. That dumpster, that's actually drag up that way. We can drag that whole fucking thing out. I just scratch the weed right here and rip it up the weed right here. So we do that. Well, like I said, it's quick and easy. And actually,
I don't know.
maybe garbage.
Probably
Garbage now.
Straight up.
looks like he is like
Yeah.
Looks like
I'm
garbage.
surprised how many actually do. Even right now, no way. That's part of why we grab these fucking things that work.
was it when they were like super
It's insanely like we'll start and run right fucking now. Being in the dirt left like that for fucking years. No. Actually. Go around the top. And the kitchen sink in this bitch. Actually, throw that and then go inside for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to drop my sound. Huh? Wagner? Shit can't. Well, let's try it quick. What's the shit in this garbage? Make it change. This. Any of the little funny pieces are just toss in the fucking bin.
Okay.
Like this type of shit, this. That shit, man. About full.
A lot of trash on it.
Oh, we just totally jumped the camera. Yep.
Right, machine. Fuck you, I won't do it. Okay.
Fuck you! I want too much time. Yeah. Okay. Done. There's somewhere. What? Yeah, block through. Who the fuck is this? Oh, Nick!
I didn't do anything. I just walked.
Holy Spirit.
I didn't
Blood everywhere. Alright.
First time you're crying at night.
Right? I'm done with this shit. Fuck it, I'm out.
any other garbage. This is getting really full.
Garbage everywhere.
Mic on.
Alright,
I
guys.
see a concrete
Sorry about
floor
that.
and I want to change it. Last
And if you guys
Look
can hear
how you
me
guys work so well.
at all, thank you for tuning in.
than they
I need
I'm
the
sure my
bulb.
speaker bot's not reading. Oh, it doesn't show anybody in chat.
I turn my head.
What the fuck?
Hurry up.
I think I'm trying.
First bomb.
Can't
First.
lift it.
You want to get another trash bag?
Well, no,
Oh,
he's
sending to
out
the
of my
fucking
rack.
television.
There's no more hockey bags. We need to get more. Only ones that are inside will rip. Very fast. Oh God! I'm gonna need a couple of them in the trash.
It's basically dinosaur blood if you think about it.
I think I could get it to the trash can.
It should be working. Alright, here we go. Nope.
Well, that was it. Leave him alone. Love it.
I don't hear shit. Oh well, fuck it.
Mic off.
Bastard.
Mic on.
Alright, I got the audio on for this. Maybe you guys can hear me. I had to bring everybody inside for a minute because fuck you, it's hot. And it's dangerous.
Alright,
So.
I got the audio on for this. If you guys can hear me, I had to bring everybody inside for a minute because fuck you, it's hot. Alright, I got the audio on.
Thank you guys, like I said, for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Bikes. Is that Bikes in? Bikes 2N? Thank you for following. Is that a real name? That's an. How did you make that? That's cool as shit. Hang on a minute. Let me look at this. Bikes 2N. They have 0 followers. And your account was created in June? Hi Bikes, if you're a real person, let me know in chat, just say hi. We've had a little bit of a rash of bot followers lately, so if you're a bot, we are going to have to give you the ban. But if you are a real person, I would very much like you to be a real person you can follow. I would like that. So please let me know that you are real. I would appreciate it. Also, my mods are particularly aggressive, and sometimes they just ban for no reason. If, they don't hear from me. Just because of the whole bot follow. But if you're real, thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. It is freaking hot outside. Alright. You can see it's a giant mess of everything imaginable out here. Trying to get all this kind of shit sorted out. I have to get my brother to come down and have a look at the walls. To see what he says about the wall paneling. Hopefully, we might be able to take them down and I can paint and coat them and put them back up. But realistically, I think we have our work cut out for us with regards to all that. I love how the second we're out of the way, you get all these little birds that come down and are all hanging out all in my business. Man, it's intense. I want to know if chat's working for anybody else. trying to figure out why the hell the voice chat's not doing this stuff, because most of the time it should be reading.
Sorry.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Mom.
Hello.
Are we echoing? Oh, yeah, we're echoing. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. I muted it.
Oh, is it you? Because I have my phone right here also listening,
Yeah.
so that's part of the thing that
Yeah,
it's
no.
got me kind of worried about.
Well, finally got the new speakers in the truck. Not all the way. It's just in the front seat. So we were
Nice.
trying to see how they sounded, and then the neighbor across the street came out being a rude fucking cunt. So, you know, got in a little tiff with him.
Oh, great.
Because I was being nice as hell, and then he just kept being rude. So, that was on 800 watts, so he's SOL when I put the 3K in, huh?
Oh, my God, dude. It's like, prepare your cheeks for the clapping, eh?
Right, because it is 5:30. There's no noise ordinance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he'll fucking deal with it then.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I can't hear the text to speech. Normally it reads it out and I can hear what the hell it's saying, and it's just not doing that.
Oh yeah, it hasn't been reading this entire time.
Yeah, that's what I asked. I asked Mallory if he had heard it at all. It's like, it seems like it's working, but...
No, every time I type, it doesn't say anything.
Whoa. Cough 194. From June of 20... Oh, June 24, 2020. What's up, Cough? You look like you're a real person. I think you're a real person. If you're a real person, let us know in chat that you're real. We appreciate that. Just say hi. We've got a lot of bot followers, so I'm just trying to see what's going on with that. Alright. Okay, so again, I'm trying to get the text-to-speech working. Boogie, hush.
This is a test message.
Okay, so... Aha. Problem found. Who are you yelling at?
Stoneberg said, "How about now?"
There we go. Boogie, hush. Nice. Oh, let's listen to Viper real quick. So we got to...
Stone! I am. I'm having a good stream. Might have to end it early to go to the pool party, but having a good one. Are you having a good day? I just want to get to page 100.
I'm out working on the IRL with my nephews. Yardo. We're going to the Apocalypse Fest near Scranton this year, and there is rumor that Ghost might be playing with them. Has Molly_cat fan by chance? Whoop whoop. I fucking love those.
Metal and Mally have become friends.
I used to be big into ICP, but then I shifted to Twisted, but I still appreciate ICP.
Whoop whoop. Is it hot outside today?
Metalheads
I would
got a
hate to
metal
be
world.
working in the yard. I hate working.
Bongwater
Yes,
said,
I had a
I'm so
second
mad
This
now.
is why I don't have a job.
What happened?
It's hot, but I need to make my shop work.
Oh, still the neighbor. Just
Still?
pissed about it.
One of them anyways. That's why
Yeah.
I don't have a job.
Okay.
Just kidding.
He said next time to go down the street to play our music, and I'm like, nah, we're good.
Play that deep down low song
What
I
else
sent
do I
you.
need to do? Is this the daily
Right?
question?
Especially when I get the 3K hooked up.
What'd you think of that song? Did you watch the video?
Not yet.
It's fucked. I imagine you're gonna like it because you're a nutso, but oh my god, it's a fucked video. I watched that shit and I got all traumatized.
I'm a spoiled shit on me. I miss all the PlayStation heads. I'll have to get my plus paid soon. Once I get some more cash. No goods. No. I would like to play with you. You could do a lot of games on PlayStation.
The game that matters is Fallout. Fallout does matter. I miss my wasteland so much. It's so funny. And really my character, my level 7, almost 800 character is like really my favorite character out of all of them.
What is it?
He plays the best. Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me be by.
You
So
can
let
play
me
with
ride
Mally.
through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself.
Apparently Bong's PC is not the best. So he needs to get a PS2.
He has a PlayStation.
From what I've heard Bong say. He has a PS4, he's been trying to get rid of it. Why? Why not?
Send me off forever. But I ask you, please, don't fence me in.
There's so many things. You know your parents are over at Kayla's, right? Oh yeah, you did say that yesterday. Tila Dakita.
was all watching everything. I hope. Because I think Pink is going for affiliate. She's still working on trying to get that started out. Let me start out at Pink underscore. See if all this is working.
Stoneberg said, so at pink underscore VIP3R.
Weird, the clip's not playing.
Well, that's how you and I can play Minecraft. I have Minecraft.
Oh, this thing's having a hard time of life. What the hell's going on here? Probably missed YouTube chat. Elements, what's up? Of course I missed fucking YouTube chat. Okay. Alright, gonna get ready to fucking smoke this and get back out there. I've been shoot up by the ants already. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about this fucking window, man, because as soon as I take that window out, this whole fucking frame is gonna come apart, I think. My nephew says he thinks that these panels are like 50 bucks each. Exterior. I think they call it engineered panel siding. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Why the fuck is it not taking minutes? I need wall panels. Perfect for many non-residential DIY projects, including deer stands, hunting blinds, dog houses, chicken coops, and planter boxes, shed interiors, wainscoting, and much more. Oh my god, this is literally what we have on my fucking wall. Shit. Wood composite panel siding. Oh my god, they're 50 bucks each. Shiplap edges with alignment bead for easier installation. Are you fucking kidding me? That's not great. Not a barn board. Great for dog houses, workshops, playhouses, and many do-it-yourself projects. Fuck. That's not great at all. Also, let me know that these panels are not... It says panel siding. It has a 1-year limited warranty. We've had these panels up for 20 years. Well, I mean, the good news is they did last 20 years. So there's that. Do we have them in by us? So it's like 200. Fuck, two of those panels are damn $100. Ironically, I can see where my dad was coming from when he bought these panels because it's still cheaper than putting on metal siding or anything else. And that's what we had in the first place. Fuck, my phone died. Well, this isn't necessarily great. Probably not the worst thing ever, but it's not great. We call my brother real quick. I'll be right back.
Mic off. Charge complete. Mic on.
Sorry, everybody. So, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do about this whole panel situation because I don't have the cash to get this just yet, and I don't want to pull the window out of the boys' bathroom and then not have, then basically just be open to the wind all night. That's a fucking drag, and I'm mostly concerned that if I pull that entire thing out, that whole window out, that the frame around it's gonna collapse. Not the frame, but the paneling around it's gonna come with it, because all these windows, my dad, he should have caulked them on there pretty well, like put caulk again on the inside of it and stuck it to the wall. So that's kind of my concern. Each of these panels are it says 4790 around here locally. 4792, which isn't terrible, but it's not really great. Because we still got to get the panels and then paint them all on the outside of it. So there's that. Also, it's good to know that's how much the panels are, because I gotta call my mom and let her know, since I figured that out. Actually, I probably should shut the stream down for a little bit and come and reorient everything inside, and then I can go back live again. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. I do love the birds and stuff, man. It's vibey as shit. Something to be said about it for sure. So I don't know if it's all working right. Oh, got Bong in here modding. I think he's talking to the neighbor too. Let me see now. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring everything inside and try to fuck with some music stuff maybe, or get on Fallout. Maybe a little bit of both, really. My concern at this point with my music stuff is I was trying to figure out how to get audio and video from the other computer to the capture card and be able to capture it, but it's not quite doing it yet. But I want to get all these cameras and stuff brought inside, and I want to break it down into another section. So I'm going to get this started up and going, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Unless you guys want to keep seeing the birds, because the birds are vibey as shit. Camera 1 is a vibe. It's a whole mess. But it's vibey. Oh, I do love the noises from outside, though. That summer heat sound and all that. Oh, I do love this. And it's been a hot day, but it's been a pretty day out there, and it's been nice to kind of just work on my shop and just kind of meander around and fuck with it. It's cool that all the birds are tripping on it also. If I had that sheet metal on the side of that, it would cool everything down. My brother took the sheet metal off. And I need to buy more sheet metal screws also. Ooh, that's a great big neck pop. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining me. I wanted to turn everything off, but man, I'm really enjoying the outside noises. It's beautiful outside. And even with all the junk and everything in the room, it's a vibe. You can see pour underneath my trailer and my non-skirting, and my whole house is a wreck. And yet still. I got the sprinkler outside, so that's probably why the birds are all hanging around. Part of it's nice to sit here and just kind of look at it and kind of meditate on it a bit too. What I need to get done and what needs to happen. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that roof, because that roof that's on there right now is actually dog shit. It's not a real roof. So I need to make a real panel that goes all the way across it. And if I could make it where it's large enough to cover that, it would help cover. Well, the problem with covering with the rain is it would only cover part of it. And the entire way that roof is set up is really not great. So all the water that runs off the edge of it goes right into that, where the window's at right now.
Oh, hey advertisement 694. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Advertisement. Are you a real person? Alright, everyone that's following was created on June 24, 2020. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you guys are all bots, because every single one of you has the same creation date. Yeah, I'm gonna just assume bot followers, and no one said anything in chat, so. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but that's not necessarily great.
Not your queen bee said, how's the puppiers?
Puppers are good. They're inside now. They were all overheated, and they were out there and ran themselves, so they were all stressed out. And then they were immediately like, Daddy, I need inside. It's too hot out here. And now they're laying in front of the air conditioner, happy as can be. They were only out there for like all about 10 minutes. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? Is that credit though? It is insanely hot outside, so.
They are too funny.
They're ridiculous.
Yes, it is crazy hot.
Why, yes I am, thank you. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to change gears to come inside and do something else inside a little bit. What's moving my cam 1? timer started. Okay, we're getting rid of all the bot followers. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got rid of the bot followers, got them sorted out. I think everyone's taking out right now are actual people. That was weird, we had a bot attack came up out of nowhere. See if my phone's gonna restart. I'm trying to talk to my brother and the fucker died. I gotta figure out what we can do about these panels too, because this fucker's in really bad shape. And then ideally the next thing I have to do is figure out more or less how I'm going to secure this wall. I mean the wall I'm just kind of mostly just holding up to get out of the way. Alright, now my phone's working. Let's see. Time to catch up on messages. Oh, Jesus. Oh shit, that's not terrible at all. Oh, hang on, guys. I'm having to do math over here and figure this out because I just got sent this stuff to do a quote. Do 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 do.
Bongwater said, "Bro, I'm done. Just took new sys item out because no help getting it in place."
You took it out because you had no help getting in place? Well, hang on. What was causing the fit with it? Because with those, especially if you're fitting them, will it? I guess here's the next question: does it fit behind it? Like if you took a cardboard box, like if it sounds really silly, but like, all right, if you take a couple pieces of plastic, or not plastic, but like cardboard, and just make a fake box out of
It's
cardboard.
200 pounds. I need help lifting it.
Okay. Ah, fuck. Well, like I said, the next thing I would look at is if you can make a cardboard box, a fake one, you know, that just a template that's like the same size and relative shape.
I know it fit.
Okay, and it fits. So if you know it fits, then the next thing that you can do that makes life easier, you can take out the passenger seat. There's 4 bolts that hold it. There's 2 in the front, 2 in the back. That you can pop the seat out. You know, there's going to be a wire plug that you disconnect for the seatbelt. Maybe you might have
What
to
size
disconnect
torque?
I'm not sure offhand what it is. Sometimes they're bolts. Like my truck had 15 or 17 millimeter bolts.
Me either.
But I mean, you know, you get out there and just, you know, get your shit there and check it out. Usually the torques
It's a torque.
Oh, it's a torque. I wonder. Hey, let me see if I can look it up.
It's a 2001.
It says the Ford Ranger used T55 bolts across all years of trucks. The seat bolts on Ford Ranger Mazda B series are a Torx 50 size head. And
So I need T55?
Yeah, either T55 or T50. Hang on a minute. Because it says that there's 2 different bolts, so I'm reading that I guess the seatbelt's bolted to the floor. Actually, the Jones said they found 5 bolts and a Torx passers. T55 at least isn't the same size bolt that holds down the seats. I just had my seat down in T55 work. Some people are saying if you can get a flathead to fit it, that should work because they're not torqued down too hard. They're barely tightened. But that might do it.
I can try.
It's weird that it has Torx to hold the bolts down. That freaks me out. I would swap those
But
for
it's mega hot.
headsets. Yeah, dude, I know. I'm inside cooling down for a minute. I'm kind of debating switching to playing a game right now, but I really need to get a bunch more shit done out there. Like, as you can see, it's a giant, huge fuck all mess. And the only way I'm going to get it done is grind it through. And the boys help me out. Dude, fucking Nick finding that goddamn T-post for me is... I've needed help with that for fucking
I see
years.
a ride to work RN on my screen.
You see a ride to work right now on the screen? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, kid.
LOL.
Dude, are you out of your fucking mind?
LUL.
You would seriously go to push that on the sad that has this out here, and it would immediately sink. I know, because as a kid, I even had off-roading, like, trail bike tires, you know what I mean? That were supposed to be for off-road, and our hill is so fucking sandy. Unless you have a dirt bike or a motor of some type to really kind of give it some oomph.
Yeah, I was gonna say, those are thin as fuck. They're just gonna sink.
Yeah,
those tires are thin.
Yeah.
You need those off-road ones that they have now with the super fat wheels.
Yeah, I mean, I had like the 1.5-inch wide wheels, you know, like regular mountain bike tires with the extra knobby tires on them. My dad was like, "Yeah, man, you got knobbies, you can get in the sand, no problem." Nope. My fat ass died immediately. And my other one that I had, I sold. Well, I didn't sell. I just gave to my friend, and she strapped a motor on it, and it worked pretty good for her for a while there. But that one, not so much. I think that's actually Natalie's bike from her uncle. I'm not sure. I don't remember right.
So I should be able to just go to like a rallies or something, right? And just get a torque set, as long as it has a T50 through T60.
Yeah, I would. That's
so T50, T55, and T60.
That's what I'm seeing on the Ranger forums, at least. Okay. That's what they're all talking about. I would double check, but the last 4 sites I've been to, they all say the same thing. So.
See, that's why I was getting that too, but I was confused because I didn't know because.
Someone's saying T46, but you use T50s to remove them.
And also, like, some of my parts kind of say Mazda on them, and some say Ford. So I don't know what.
Yeah, the vast
might have been switched.
Well, it's a Mazda truck. I mean? Like it's Mazda's design that they paid for, to rebrand it and use. It's like the same way that Toyota and Subaru share a few different models. And BMW, it's actually a BMW model that they're using, which is weird. But yeah, it's a thing.
So I could just get an assortment just in case.
I probably would, and I would double check. Like, you can go out there and measure it. You know what I mean? And there's another way. Like, do you have a piece of putty or something?
No.
You got no putty?
Like, I have nothing.
No piece of like caulking or something you could stuff in there, or hot glue that you can make a mold of it real quick?
No, I don't have a hot glue gun. None of that. Don't have any caulking. We did, but dried up.
Well, you got tape?
Yes.
Stick tape on it and then punch the center out.
Okay. Ooh, I got electrical tape. That'll probably be the best.
Electrical tape might be harder. If you have painting tape, would be best. If you've got duct tape, that might work. Something that you really want to just punch, because you just want to make a template of it. You know what I mean? So something that's thin like that you can just use your thumb. I mean, if you're really a smartass, you could straight up squish it with your thumb and take a picture of it. You know what I mean? Like, if you squish your thumb down on a Torx bit and just hold it down real hard, get an imprint of it, You can use that to find real quick what size it is. Like it's not like you can press it down hard enough to take it with you to the fucking store, but it's big enough that you could like get a picture of it with a tape measure right next to it or something. You know.
Or
What
I
I
could
mean?
just get the employees from IRLs to go out there and help me.
You know what? You can drive it to the fucking store, can't
Exactly. Yeah. That's
All
why
right.
I'm gonna drive to the store.
you? I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, we just went ahead and put the other system back in. That way we didn't have, live wires when I went and drove.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. Just touch Nug with live wires, and I'm sure she'll think that's great.
Oh, yeah. No, she would literally take the opportunity to take those wires and put them in my eyes.
Yeah, in both of your fucking sockets.
She's like, fuck you!
So you are now 2,000 watts or 800 watts of sub.
Yeah, 800 because we have not put the other one in. I'm too afraid because I was watching a video because it's a full channel amp, so it does mids and highs and also bass. So I'm afraid that if I put it wrong, I will send the wrong signal to them and blow them. So I'm gonna have to pay somebody for that. That's the only thing
What are you
that
talking
I'm
about?
very terrified of.
Let's go through the chart. You can just pull the spec chart up and we can go through it. Because your big thing, as long as you're not giving it the full fucking beans, man, you'll be all right. So
they're a Brazilian amp, so they're known for pulling power and putting out power. So it can barely touch the gain, and you can gain hundreds and hundreds of watts.
Okay.
So that's what I'm really terrified of. You know what I mean? Because there's people that's out there running huge systems, and their gain is barely touched. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in some cases. I told you, 100 real watts, like 100 2-watt amps, can deafen you at 10 feet.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't take a lot of, like, most people build systems for cars that are just insanely overpowered, and it's mostly just to be, it's just for obnoxious, it's for fun. So it's kind of understanding that's what you got to gear for. If you're trying to go for sound, like quality, fidelity, and stuff like that, that's a different thing. But if you're looking for punch, because like my bass amp has a really shitty audio quality to it, but it's obnoxiously loud, and it has great punch through the whole thing, and I love it for that. But it's fucking obnoxious. Like, it's buzzy. Like, I blew the entire top end out of this like 10 years ago, and it sounds fucking great. Like, I love my bass sound, cabinet sound, and I've been trying to replicate it with digital effects for ever, and it's not, and it's just.
Well, I gotta say one thing: the two EVLs today made the neighbors upset. The one EVL that we had before did not. All I did was add an extra sub. That's it. I didn't turn up anything. So
you gotta realize that when you add that extra sub, you added an entire, so sound is a physical geometric structure. So you added another whole physical shape that is making around it. You double the whole volume of it. You know what I mean? Even accounting for loss and stuff, it might be less than, obviously, it's not perfect doubling, but it's easily double, roughly, what the fuck was there before. So,
it's definitely over double because I even got double the size of box. So yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? For safe math.
But I was just saying, like, the other one, no one got mad. But, the new box, everyone got mad, it seems like. So I can't wait to put, the actual full 0 gauge in it. Right now it's only running 4 gauge. And it's only on the 800 watts. It's not on the 3000. So I can't wait to see what the full system sounds like.
Well, and remember, when you're having, I think it's the thicker wire has greater resistance to it, and it's done that way on purpose to limit the amount of current that's going through it so you don't fry the subs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and understanding that 4 gauge is already significantly more restricted because it's a thinner pipe. It's not going to let it, you're not going to be able to get as much current through away with it. And it is the short side, and what's going to happen is it's going to heat up because it's not a wide enough pipe for that. So as long as you keep everything dialed down a little bit, it should be just fine. So, but like I said, I get what you're saying about the gain.
Yeah,
it's easy to dial it up. So
that's what I'm afraid of. And then there's like 2 different types of channels. There's like a full range channel, and then something else. I'm not looking at the amp right now, but there's another channel that goes from like 0 to like 100, and then one that goes from like 100 to like
it's a low pass to the high pass
or something. There you go, low pass to high pass. I have no clue how to set those either.
So low pass is all right. So then, this is probably why I should hook up my audio toys and I can play with the bass and we can show you this stuff in live time. So I think
Yeah, but you have things you have to do, so you can worry
I
about
do
my
have
stuff later.
I do have things I need to do. So when we come inside and we start playing with music, because I think tonight instead of doing a game, I think I'm gonna try and hook up music and play that. So we can.
Okay,
So I
cool.
want to kind of play with some of that stuff, and also kind of see. So I do want to tear my cabinet apart, and I want to split each of my stacks. So it's one side is left channel, one side is right channel, and then so it's stereo inside of one unit. Um, which can cause problems. I do understand that. Me and my dad have had this conversation before. I should probably just go grab one of another cabinets from outside.
I
But,
like running mono.
huh?
I like running mono where they're all in sync.
Yeah, when you do that for each channel, so like especially because I have a stereo amplifier to put out, and that's how I get the stereo reverb effects and the delay and stuff like that. So it's almost better, and the right way to do it is one whole cabinet to one channel. So like one channel in mono, one cabinet, another cabinet, in mono to the next line. So you have left channel and right channel, and then you can ping pong them like that. You know what I mean? And you can create different
Yeah.
phase effects and things like that, which create really cool sounds. So
Now I have a question. Can you replace the speakers in your cabinet thingy to like subwoofers?
they're well, those are subs. These are mid range
Or are
because
they
they're 410s.
are they like what do you call it? Specialties.
Well, they are all speakers are specialty for the most part, depending on what they're for. But they're all. So here's the thing: they're specialty for the purpose that they're being utilized, not necessarily for the application. And that sounds kind of weird like that, but so like music cabinet speakers are generally designed for durability. So like my cabinet in particular has been rained on, filled with rain, the entire pockets of them, and while it's playing and played. So I mean, they
I
can
think what I'm
generally
trying to
their
get
ass
at
kicked, so.
is if I send you my old system, could you utilize it?
I don't know.
Whether it be in your truck or for music, some sort. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can always put speakers to usage, but like I actually have never thought about that. Which I
'Cause it's
should
just a
have,
single
because
thing.
like if I were to try and grab Harkey speakers, like I wonder how much these speakers are each. Now you got me curious. So these are gonna be Harkey VX 350 4x10. The whole cabinet itself is really fucking cheap, ironically. Oh, excuse me, it's a VX 410. My bad. The amplifier is 410. There we go. So this whole cabinet, brand new. I didn't buy this brand new, by the way. Is, oh my god, a Guitar Center, $199. Musician Friend, $199. The whole thing together on it. It's only 400 watts.
Well, I just sent you a link on Facebook of what the subwoofer I have that I've been trying to get rid of, and I'm like, I may just send it to you.
Well, that's what I'm curious about, how it's going to handle the way the power is sent out of it. Because my amplifier is really the big thing that's going to drive it. And I have not tried the new. I have tried the one that James gave me before, but I haven't just to see if it worked. But I didn't. My speaker cabinet's fucked up, so I couldn't really feed it the beans. Because my connectors on the back, I dropped it and I broke the connectors up. So I need.
How
to
many
make a
watts
new
is it?
They're both 400. My old Behringer
Oh.
cabinet, my bass cabinet's a 350 watt, and then the new one is 400 watts, but it's 100 watts per channel, I think it is. So it's
Okay,
four
then
channels.
that's gonna be like, if we send you this, then that'll be way underpowering the subwoofer, so it'll be perfect.
Well, the problem with that is also is if there's not enough power to drive the speaker, you get fuzz. And that's the hard thing that I came to realize, because so on the back of mine, I've got it's called a crossover that breaks up the top end sound from the low end sound, so it just feeds more low and middle range. And then because I have a horn in here, a tweeter horn, and then I've got there's actually 5 speakers in here. It's the 4 big mid range speakers that fit all together in the one box that makes the big bass sound, and then it's got the 4-inch tweeter in the front of it that screams out the front, that gives a lot of the top end ring and stuff. and I'm not even sure my tweeter is activating because the
So-
crossover blew up. So
So you do know what mids and highs are, right?
of course I know what mids
Like
and highs are.
if I like say I'm looking for a mid speaker and a high speaker or whatever.
Well,
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what the ranges
'Cause I
are you're
don't.
talking about. Yeah.
Because I have no clue. Like, is it just a certain type of speaker? Is it like two different speakers? Like,
You're looking for the range of behavior that the speaker's going to have. So like each speaker has, and that's the thing. So bass speakers are designed to behave best everything below 200 hertz, I think it is. And then anything above 200 hertz dies. For bass guitars, most of the range is between like 200 and like 1500 hertz, I think it is. It's like, well, 200 hertz and then 1500 kilohertz. Yeah, 1500. Yeah. And then anything above that's pretty much just dead. You know what I mean? There's not so much, or it's going to be static or background noise, which some adds coloration, and that's like where the high harmonics come in and things like that. So like with basses, you generally want to roll off everything beneath 200 hertz, and then like stuff above 1500 hertz in bass guitar specifically. Now with sub bass frequencies, as you're trying to get sub behavior, you're looking at everything beneath 100 hertz for the most part. And that's going to be that really, really low range. And so when you're trying to look at, so when you're talking about tuning, the right word is attenuation. And that's you're looking at how the box itself behaves with the environment that it's in. And so with big speaker cabinets, like what we use for music, you set those levels for the room that you have it in. You dial it in, you figure out if you're getting, high-end, feedback, how much high-end feedback, and if that's useful or not. And then your low-end feedback also, which I've had to find out in basses, and is a real thing, because I've gotten sympathetic vibrations between the stage and the bass, and between stage lights and the bass, and then shit falls over and things come apart. And it's a very real thing. And so that's what you want to avoid, is you want to avoid too much sympathetic vibration to where, you snap the bolts off your doors and shit like that. So, and shatter glass and stuff like that.
oh yeah, those two flex the window today.
Yeah, and ideally for a good cabinet to function, which is kind of contrary to the whole how, generally with cars you want them to kind of keep most of the sound inside of itself, and you have like one or two windows open. And with like bass cabinets, you just have like the one hole in the back and then the tweeter hole in the front. And that's, for the most part, that's it. But like, you really want to vent that audio out because you don't want it to be completely immersed in it. It's rough. As somebody who spent a literal lifetime in front of speaker cabinets, it takes a huge toll on you. So you want to kind of, you want to maximize your comfort with it. And for competition level speakers and stuff, you can usually run them from outside the unit. You know what I mean? You can get some headphones on or whatever and set your shit up. But if you're rolling in the shit, you want to be like, you want to have it barely up enough to do the thing. And then if you go to competitions, you can dial everything up. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, especially if you have a ability for a lot of power. Like, for instance, my speaker cabinet and my bass amplifier are matched at 400 watts. And I can only turn the power up maybe a quarter, like not even a quarter, less than.
Do you have an oscilloscope program?
Do I have an oscilloscope program? So if you're talking about for music and stuff, you're going to talk a spectrograph. And Ableton does have a spectrograph, but we can't see Ableton because it's on the wrong computer right now.
Yeah, but I need an oscilloscope program for mine, apparently.
What do you mean? So, and those are going
to find the right wavelengths and blah blah blah.
And that's going to be a spectrograph to look at that. So and that's going to tell you where the behavior is from the low end all the way to the high end. And so oscilloscope is what you want to look at when you're looking at. And yes, they're the same thing. They are the same thing. They're two different ways of doing it. Spectrograph is like a bunch of oscilloscopes strapped together. So it looks at the whole spectrum of it, whereas most oscilloscopes are looking at the specific ranges. And when you're dialing in a specific bass frequency, like for instance, you need it to absolutely rock at 80 hertz, for instance, then an oscilloscope would work perfect on that. Whereas if you're trying to see like a whole range behavior, you want to use a spectrograph and most EQs have spectrographs built inside of them.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
trying
that's not
to,
the right word, and I feel really old because that's maybe an outdated term. But
I'm trying to get the tuning right. The way I inverted it from, it should have changed the tuning to around close to like 33, 35 hertz. So I'm trying to get the scale on, is it actually within, can put more, power to get, you know what I mean? I don't know. Seems like a lot of math.
It is a shitload of math, and you should actually have a giant chart for this. And you could probably do like what I was doing with the invoice thing. You can make similar graphs in any spreadsheet and map some of this stuff out. Because really, the only way to figure out your wattage is you have to figure out your amperage and voltage that's being used in the system, and in each stage, and then you can figure that out, and then you can pretty much approximate how much wattage. Because when it tells you wattage, that's not how much it's actually using. That's usually a capability. It's a range. So, but it depends because there's different classes of amplifiers. I think there's class A, B, C, and D that are having, and it's all how they affect power. And in some cases, like some tube amplifiers have all the power turned on at full power all the time, and then you have to reduce it by putting it through a gate. So like if you turn on like a 100-watt Mesa Boogie, for instance, it's going to be firing at either 50 or 100 watts all the way full power from 1 all the way to 10. And so it has to modulate and control how much is actually being fed to the speaker through that. Then you got, I think class B's turn the power up and down linearly. And then one of them does it through some sort of an exponential curve, where it increases the power multiplicatively. So like instead of, like the first one's like linearly, so it just kind of goes like a straight line, like a triangle almost. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. Whereas linear graphs go up like multiplicatively. So instead of like, it's like 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. You know what I mean? And it creates like a slope that works with it. So yeah, that's maybe a bit more math than is necessary immediately, but that's like the thing. My bad. But so for you, and if you're trying to figure out where that's at, you really only need like a decibel meter, because you want to figure out where it's really punching to, and you might be able to get away with that with like a guitar tuner thing, because you're really trying to figure out, well, spectrograph will tell you where it's spiking at, and then you can figure out where that's at and then dial it back to the range that you want it to behave at. But like I said, I'm not too sure offhand because I've never tuned car amps. Generally guitar amps and things like that, and music amps like that, they're built to a certain specification, and then you figure out whether that's like, which is very consumerist oriented, but it's also the way that the manufacturers have gone that, which is a little bit different than when you're custom building, stuff like that. Would you get that more in like luthier work, building guitars and basses and drum sets and things like that? And they do have it in boutique amplifiers, I guess. So maybe I'm just not thinking the right spot right now. You can also train yourself to figure out what that sound is and what that sound feels like. Especially if you're going to be looking for a specific range. But things like that take, years and years of spending exposure to it, and then next thing you know, you're burned into you. So I'm not sure what the right tool is for that. I'd have to look that up. Like how would you change it on the amplifier? How do you affect any of that? Because your box shape is one thing, and then do you change those settings in the EQ on the head unit?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm not understanding. There's something about how I should have to tune. I tune the head unit, and then from there I go back to like somehow tune everything until the subwoofer. I was watching a whole video on it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pay somebody.
So that's setting up your EQ and stuff like that. That's actually something that if you're gonna be really doing this for seriously like a round, and if you're gonna really enjoy it, then you need to learn how to set an EQ. That's just one of those things that it comes under the heading of this is what the fuck you gotta do. So, which is a pain in the ass because I'm actually having to learn how to do EQ settings and dial in myself. Like I said, there's certain ways that people use EQ to mimic behavior, and when you learn how to do that, you can take other amplifiers and make them sound like other amplifiers. You know what I mean? And so I imagine it's something very akin to that. Being able to take one guitar and make one guitar sound like a different guitar, and knowing how to change those sounds up to get that same behavior, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah.
For instance,
Because when I put those two in today, everything sounded weird. I didn't change anything. All I did was add them. Like the music, it didn't sound as loud through the normal speakers. The subs kind of seemed like they were airy, like underpowered, if you get what I mean.
well, no, because I think there's two things that you need to look for. First off, are you looking for just absolute punch, or are you looking for listenability? Because if you're looking for listenability, you can tune at low volumes, at low levels, and when you scale it up, it should scale pretty similarly. And then and of course, if you're looking for certain behavior to accent it, if you can get it to do it at low volumes, you can make it do it at high volumes. The thing that you're going to look for a difference in it, just like the same way when you're running a motor hard, is you want to see where all the distortion and disruption is coming from. And that's where spectrographs can be useful, especially if you're dealing with high pass filters and low pass filters. So the idea is with low pass filter, you can stop just short of where, I mean, exactly right where you want it to cut off. And sometimes they have like slopes. They usually have a type of a slope that they curve towards it. And you want to factor. That's when they talk about tuning, I think, is you want to put that slope around so it's capturing the whole range of the sound and cutting everything else out.
So is that what they're talking about, clipping?
Clipping is when you're pushing the amplifier too far and it's causing disruption that ultimately causes destruction. So that's a very different thing. And you'll actually see me talk about that with Mom when we're talking about our audio channels. When you see a VU meter or VU meter, whatever, that shows you the bounce of it, it'll show you as you get closer towards 0, right? Because all decibels are negative points. And so you want to keep a certain decibel beneath that. And so once you go above 0, then it's going to be clipping. And so if you're pumping that into channels, you're going to break shit. And really, for high quality punch audio, you have to not clip anything. Everything has to be beneath it. Like I said, to cut it closer, you want to keep it like below like 10%, probably between 10 and 15%. But if you can get it, ideally, again, I cite the rule of thirds. But, and if again, some attenuation, you're gonna have to. That's gonna be about setting your low frequency band low enough that it cuts out all the different sounds beneath that range, and your high pass filter has to be enough. So I think it's actually opposite. I think high pass lets everything above a certain point go, and low pass gets rid of everything beneath a certain point. So like high pass you can set to whatever the top end range, which would probably be no more than 200 hertz, and then your low pass would probably be somewhere around like 30 hertz.
So that's why one has a huge number and the other has smaller numbers.
Yes, because it's a difference in logarithmic range. Like if I were able to show you a spectrograph, you'd be able to see what we're talking about. So like 0 hertz, while you're kind of thinking lower is better, that's not the case, because certain things behave and human ears hear certain ranges of sound. And really you're trying to affect that, and you're trying to affect, with bass, you're trying to affect how humans feel that, which is another range. And that's like, what I get with this thing. So like in bass guitar, for instance, if you get rid of everything beneath 200, you can create a vacuum pocket that can happen with it, where it's like buzzing just beneath that, and then it creates a sympathetic vibration that sucks. It's like sucks your chest forward, and it's almost like the same behavior that you can get from speakers, where you're trying to get that whole oscillation that happens.
Yeah.
So
today it was windy. Like I've never had any subs that was windy. The box was windy, and it felt like it was in my soul. I felt the bass when it hit a certain frequency. I don't even know what it was. I need to find out what that's really tuned to.
Yeah.
But
well,
oh my God, I felt
and
it in
the
my
music
soul.
itself is tuned to that. So that's understanding that each different piece has a different form of attenuation. And what you're trying to do is blend all these different forms together. So that's why if you're making a song to test a sub or something, you want it to behave, you want as much behavior to happen in a certain range, and then dead space, so you can understand the punch and dead space, in phase, out of phase, all those kind of things with it. So that way, and it lets you test it. Because, if you really were going to go test it, you should go fucking plug a keyboard into it and just, press whatever note it is and just dial it to it. And it'll make only that noise. But real music isn't only just an isolated noise. That's why people hate the sound of like a sine wave or saw wave or anything just pure like that. It's gross to us. It's not.
Yeah, I don't like burping systems.
But that's a necessary function. So like an understanding that how you feed those frequencies in there, and of course they do it at the base level, so you can kind of see how it's going to behave with the basic chunk. and then you just build up from there into the more complicated sections. But that's why that kind of picking the certain right kind of music to feed into it is important. Some music is super distorted to begin with because it's designed to be listened to from a particular mode. So that's why you can get mixed results even with the same perfectly tuned system. To different music, it'll behave differently. So finding what's the more comfortable margin to behave in is sort of the trick. So that was sort of my point that I'm getting at. So you want to make sure that you have a variety of different songs that are the same type, that are the same behavior. The bass is kind of in the same part. And remember that there's bass means several different things. So you have to make sure that you're getting all these definitions of bass accurate. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So and then there's bass, and then understand that there's sub bass and sub bass, and that bassy is also an adjective we use to kind of describe certain things and characteristics. So it can get really ironic. It's a bass joke. It gets muddy. So you definitely need to be reading more and taking a little bit more time with this, and because there's a lot of failure that you can learn from, so that way you can avoid cost, if that makes sense. So
definitely.
And that's something that you want to go, especially if you're going to be pushing heavy systems, because everybody I know ever that started playing bass would grab a 1,000-watt amplifier in the biggest cabinet they have and run it, and then they would hate it after a while because of either how it was dialed, it was either too much or too little. Like I find the 400-watt that I have pretty effective for a wide variety of ranges. I mean, I played in full open studio that was in Taos Valley. But it wasn't a studio, it was outside on a fucking stage in the middle of Taos Valley, and it fucking sounded spectacular. And then, of course, they were running us again through a 10,000-watt giant speakers and subsystems, but able to take what my amplifier, the signal that it was able to put out, because amplifier for bass, while it also increases the sound volume, it increases the behavior of that instrument also. So, like if I go to plug an instrument into your car amplifier, you're gonna get who knows what the fuck kind of sound you're gonna get out of that. You know what I mean? Because that's designed to take processed audio. It's closer in nature to power amplifiers.
So what you're saying is
it is a power.
You would do it. So what you're saying is you would do a science experiment if I sent you a car amplifier.
We're asking ethical questions now. I'm not comfortable with this.
You have a sacrificial guitar.
Well, my instruments will be fine. I know my instruments will be fine. What's going to happen to the speaker? God only knows. And that's what I'm kind of concerned about, because, I mean, especially without having the audio processed correctly, like I'd have to pass it through a PA and then send process signal from a PA out to it. You know what I mean? From
Thank
some
you
type
for the
of
follow,
thing.
Ice, sir.
Mostly so I don't just fry the thing into nothingness. Eyes Visitor? Are you a real person? We've been having bot followers, so if you're a real person, please say hi in chat. We really appreciate it. We were talking a bunch of audio nonsense, and I'm getting ready to get back out and deal with some more outside shit. And, you know, the robot will be able to talk in chat and relay information from that point on. Let me see, Eyes Visor. Let's see if you're a real person. Account created. June 24, 2020, you are not a real person. 95% sure you are bot. One follower, created on the same day as all the bot followers, you are bot follower. Hell yeah, Bongwater. That was fast as a motherfucker. So, we're under bot attack today. I apologize. I guess they saw my junk and got all excited. Can't keep those bots off my junk. I do kind of, I'll be honest with you, Bong, I have wondered what would happen about strapping that turbocharger right there to a lawnmower.
Do it.
I'm not sure what to think of that. It sounds absurd to me.
If you change the gearing at the bottom, if it's belt driven, you can also get it to go faster as well. Did you know that?
Wait a minute, hang on. You're talking about the drive gear versus the...
yes, if you change up the gearing and belts on them, you can get them to go fast as hell. That's what people in Ohio do.
Oh, you guys have real riding. I wasn't talking like a real lawnmower. I was talking about one that actually like just chops. Because I'm lame. I was like,
push mower.
well, I mean, you know, it's self-propelled, but yeah, it's a push mower.
Oh,
We don't have riding mowers. I'm not that cool, dog. Damn, make me feel all bad
damn,
now.
okay.
I do actually have a tractor, but it's the smallest adorable tractor ever. It's part of the reason I need to get this fixed is so I can start dragging pieces over.
Turbocharge it.
Huh?
Turbocharge it? Actually, no.
It's a
Put
diesel.
Hayabusa engine into turbo.
Why? Oh, I don't have a Hayabusa motor.
Yes.
And that turbo's ass. I don't think I wouldn't like if I was gonna do a boost, I would try to get a real turbo. The one that I had for that I got rid of was a great turbo. I forget what the fuck it was offhand, the stats on it, but it was a 60 AR. Great big ball bearing turbocharger. My buddy bought it for a tiny Honda Prelude, and it was way oversized for that. But that shit Camden got rid of that. I do have the L26 motors though, but it needs some serious doing. I gotta drag all that shit and move all that shit out. All that stack that you see on the left of camera too, I have to figure out some way of moving and condensing things down.
Yeah, I was about to ask what was left.
Oh, everything.
Is that a Bowflex?
It might be pieces from a Bowflex. Where? Oh no,
Next
that's
to the bicycle.
no, that's an engine lift.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cherry picker.
Yeah, it literally looks like a Bowflex from here.
Well, we used to have a Bowflex out there that I was stripping for parts, so I was wondering if that was it, but no, that's not it.
Gotcha.
That's a cherry picker. I have to figure out getting wood to plank in all of this frame underneath here, so I can pour concrete. I mean, realistically, I need that wall to be able to move totally out of the way. I just needed it up for now to be able to get in there and get access, but the paneling for that's taken down and is laying down in the yard right now. It was being used for
How
other
hot
things.
is it there?
Oh, I don't know. It's hot as fuck outside. I don't want to think about it.
It's 81 here.
Oh, it's 95 up in... Where's this, Albuquerque? Los Angeles. Yeah, it's 95. It's 92 in the valley, which actually means it's probably about 100 right here. 100, 110 out here. Because we're up in the higher ends. We're way higher than the valley. So part of why I'm in here a little bit, not gonna lie. I need to get better lighting out there and stuff like that, and then it'll be easier to kind of
it looked like the leaves were going towards the ground where it's cooler. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah,
See
everything's
how they're
cooler.
aiming. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Those
It's
are
gotta be
hollyhocks
hot.
even too. Those are built for this shit, and they're like, fuck this.
Uh-huh.
And then my giant pile of granite right there.
What are those cool looking weeds anyways? Like the bush weeds.
On the left-hand side, on cam 1, just above the letters.
Yeah.
Those are artemisias. I'm pretty sure those are artemisias. They put off these big-ass purple flowers that draw all the bugs in there. We actually have a big wasp problem because of them, but they draw in bees of all kinds of flavors. We got hummingbirds and all kinds of shit that comes in them. And they have these really purple flowers that are really pretty and they smell nice. I have to dig that fucker up and scooch it. And those will regrow themselves. They're really durable.
Ooh, I saw birds.
Yeah, they've been hanging out all day right here. It's actually part of the reason I haven't been out because I keep looking at the fucking birds. And I'm pretty sure you can hear them on the stream. I can't hear them myself, but...
I'm weird. I like birds.
Me too. I like the noises and stuff, but I need to get all this situated so I can get all my metal stuff and everything situated over here. My biggest problem is I don't have any power right there. There's no power access at all. So I have to figure out how to get power here. And I just got done putting 220 power in the shed.
Is that ducking or parts to a turbine engine?
Directly in front on camera 1, that's ducking.
One, yeah. Hey, I was right the first time.
It was the hat for the old for the stove.
Tell me it doesn't look like it could be like part of a turbine engine the way it's laying there.
Oh, right. It does. It's kind of fun. That's part of the one thing about the junk is that it's good for the mind to kind of wander a little bit. Man, look at camera 2. That just feels hot.
Yeah.
I was all excited about going out. I was getting all pepped up, and then I seen that, and I was like, oh. Really?
Dude, I bet your cameras are going to be fried.
Well, camera 1 is
You're
sitting in
funny.
under a tree. So
What about
it's
camera 2?
Camera, well, you can see camera 2 from camera 1. It's barely getting sunlight now.
I know my phone gets a hot warning sometimes.
Yeah, it usually gets a heat warning from out there, too.
Yeah.
But I have to figure out getting it mounted somewhere up where it's kind of out of the way. I gotta figure out, and mostly so that way it can be kind of cool. But I don't have anything set up. I did used to have a camera. No, it's not set up for the camera just yet, but it could be. The magnet that I have is currently attached to one of my the infrared cameras that I have for outside. But I could attach it to one of those. It's just easy enough as drilling a hole. I think I have one of these that are melted, actually, in my car.
Well, I got a question. So 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, that's usually the hottest time for you guys too, or no?
No, it's 2 to 4.
Okay.
And if you're blessed, it'll start breaking by 6 to 7.
Gotcha. So it should technically be getting colder for you?
Here in a few, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't look that way, and to be honest, from the way the weather's saying, we still got another hour of this. So, and I still just got to really kind of rearrange and sort junk out and figure out what I can get rid of and sell and what I can throw away and recycle. And
Yeah, I just don't want you guys out in the heat and, you know.
well, the boys are done
You
for
don't
the
realize.
day. They've had it. They had it, so it's
Gotcha.
on me now.
Did you like that 4-min joke I made earlier?
Yes, that the boys are foremanning it. I was going to start red foremaning, but the boys would be really helpful, and I really appreciate that. But the fact that he even came out at all and hug out helped is fucking spectacular.
Right.
So it's a 4-foot roof, 4-foot 1 inch.
Guest appearances always are awesome.
I have to do some math. I'm still working on a. Part of why I haven't left is because I'm also working on a quote right now. So I need to duplicate you, make a copy.
Surprised James didn't offer to help.
He would if I would have asked him. I just haven't asked him yet. I'll probably ask him if it's cooler, but it's also, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying because, you know, he's always like, I would have got done in 20 minutes or whatever, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I fucking love James so much. He's spectacular. And I will bug him about this. I'm just kind of kidding. I wanted the boys to kind of help me out and kind of get rid of some noises.
Plus, I mean, it's always awesome when he's on camera.
Yeah,
It's
he's a lot of
rare.
fun. You need him to hurry the fuck up. Like, come on back, man. Hang out. Why isn't it not showing me this? This is stupid. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me copy this, paste this into the actual invoice itself. Where's it going? So it's 100 square feet. Oh, I can't do it for that. Fuck. Let me see what this says this is again. Fuck that. We're doing. I'm not trusting this machine. Yeah, I gotta move this phone. Okay, get rid of this guy over there. Nothing like math. Nothing like math. Oh, that's not the same shit. Can you hear me now?
Charging battery.
Oh no. Everything is dying. I'm gonna shut down the stream and I'm gonna restart here in a bit. I have to go run with my brother to the store. So I'm gonna go run to the store. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna let things charge up, and then we will go live again, and I will do this next part of this, and so I can tell him kind of what's up and get everything caught up. So I'm gonna shut this down. I'll see you guys soon. I know Mr. Monk can hear me now. Here we go. I will be right back.